Hey folks, if you work in restoration, you know about the multiple different causes of water damage for houses. Yet each situation requires the same initial response, a prompt and thorough water damage assessment. Today, I'll show you how you can develop a professional water damage report. Let's dive in.
First, you would want to determine the best way to create your document. If you're still relying on pen and paper to draft floor plans, it might be time to consider a more efficient method. Using a floor plan app such as magicplan allows you to instantly craft a floor plan using just your mobile device. This not only facilitates the creation of digital reports, but also seamlessly integrates with estimating tools like Xactimate. Now let's go ahead and create a new project. This is easily done by clicking on the plus sign in the top right of the home screen. After I've done that, I'll go down to the details section of this newly created project, and I'll give the project a descriptive name using something like the last name of the client I'm working with, so that I'm able to easily recognize it both in the app and in the cloud after I've completed my work. Now I'll give it an address. You can either use the Apple Maps API that we have when you're on an iOS device, or Google Maps if you're on an Android device. Here I'm just manually entering it in. That's also a valid option, either or. And once I'm done creating the address, I'll do one last final thing. I'll go ahead and set the author of this project. As previously set to Benjamin Brown, he was working on this previously. I'll go ahead and update this to Larry Solomon. And once I'm done with that, all of my project details have been captured and I'm ready to go. Now, after I've created my project, I'm going to fill out my project level form that I complete every time I go to do a water damage assessment. This is a great opportunity to fill in information like what type of property is this, what's the approximate age. You have a plethora of options for the types of questions that you can ask, and you can see I'm capturing information like cause of damage, capturing some photos. This is really nice if you have a bunch of photos that you've taken on site that you'd like to add to the project. So here you're seeing I'm doing a bulk add. I'm adding 4 photos all at once. Once I click add, those will populate in that area right there and be available on my export. I'm going to classify the category of the water damage and answer some yes/no questions here. Really straightforward. Once I'm done with that, I'll capture a date on when was the water damage noticed by the owner, and are there any recent repairs or renovations done in the affected area. And once I'm done answering all the questions, I have a little signature block here for me to say, hey, this was me. I sign off on all of my answers. And just like that, I've completed my project level form. So let's fast forward a little bit. I've gone ahead and created a floor plan for this project, and I want to show you how I can leverage photos and notes to boost the quality of my assessment process. So one of the first ways I can do this is here under the general project photos and notes right on the project home screen. And I'll click in here and you see that I can dump photos, I can add general project notes, anything that you don't need a ton of context for, but it's going to be helpful during your assessment process. So I'll go ahead and add these photos. Maybe we'll drop in a general note about this property being affected by the most recent hurricane. And just like that, I'm done capturing some photos and notes for the project. Now, if I want to be a little bit more granular, I can do the exact same process, but leveraging our annotation objects. This is going to add a little bit of context to your floor plan. And I like to use this photo icon here. I think it's super helpful. I can move it to precisely where I was standing. I can orient it based on the direction I was looking. And just like the previous way I did it, under photos and notes within the photo details, you'll see that I can add a photo. In this one, I was standing right there looking at the water damage. And I can even add a note saying, hey, this is exactly where I was standing in the dining room, looking towards the kitchen, so on and so forth. But as you can see, this is a really valuable tool that you can use during your assessment process to get a lot more context in your floor plan. In addition to photos and notes, moisture readings using digital moisture meters is one of the best things you can do to supplement your water damage assessment process. Similar to adding the photo object that I did earlier, you simply go into Insert, Object, but this time I'll navigate to the Restoration category. Here I'll select Humidity Temperature Measure, and I'll drag it over here to the humid zone, this blue line that I annotated on my floor plan, and I'll go into the Details section. Here I have a wide array of completely customized options. This is under Custom Attributes within the cloud that I can define for this object. So I can add things like surface and air humidity, temperature. I can designate which date these measurements were taken on, but I can also ask a bunch of yes/no questions, insert photos, have a list of answers to select from. Really, the options are limitless, and this is a great way to improve the quality of your assessments. If you're looking to expedite your payment process and ensure full compensation for your services, consider exporting your digital sketches directly to estimating tools like Xactimate. MagicPlan seamlessly integrates with Xactimate and can help you streamline your workflow and accelerate payments. This can be done both in the application or in the cloud under your project's Files and Integration section. You can also utilize MagicPlan for remote site monitoring. MagicPlan collaboration features, specifically the commenting feature, allows your team to interact directly on the floor plan. This facilitates real-time feedback and will ensure that your technicians no longer have to make multiple trips to drying job sites. Now that you have everything documented, it's time to generate a customized report. You can achieve this by going to the Files and Sharing section and going down to your Report PDF. All you do is click on Report PDF, and after a moment, you'll have a file that you can easily share and that you can view with your customer on site, all from the convenience of your mobile device. If you found this useful, subscribe to our channel, drop us a like, and leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear what you think.